Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Every time I start now a video, he's coming around. So we have here two articles and about two maps to talk about this president of artificial country that I call Moldova. And I will explain why I call it artificial country. And this president, her name is Sandu. She's either an idiot or she's a traitor, or both. We have her. She doesn't even know, or if she knows, that's why. She knows the history of Romania and Bessarabia, Moldova, or she doesn't. Because if you know it and you do what you do here like a servant, you can't be but a traitor. I don't think anybody will make you do that, but probably she's doing that for other interests, and that is the master's interest, which is Al Capone. So let's see what happened here. So we have two articles. I'm so irritated with this, but hey, we gotta go on. Ukrainska Pravda. This is from yesterday, the 21st of November. Sandu, this princess right here, this she's like going to the church like a saint or something with this garbage. But I think they're all garbage. Not her. I don't have anything with her, but for Sandu, grateful for actions of Ukraine's armed forces. Ukrainian soldiers are now protecting Moldova. The other article is right here. If not for Ukraine, Russia would attack Moldova, this idiot says. Okay, well, she goes to Ukraine and she says that, right? This person right here, the little weasel. All right, well, let's have a little bit of history and with some maps. She must be aware that part of Moldova, of Bessarabia, was taken by Stalin and given to Ukraine. That is, Romanians from Bessarabia live in Ukraine as a minority. So she must be aware of that. A lot of Romanians and Romanian territories were taken by Stalin in 1940 via an ultimatum, and the wizard Romanian says, yeah, take it. It's not us, it's them. The guy's from Bucharest, by the way, and a lot of Romanians live outside of Romanian territory, as a lot of Hungarians live outside of Hungary's territory, in Ukraine and Romania. And actually, Hungary has a different story. They claimed all the countries surrounding, maybe with the exception of Austria, surrounding Hungary. All the Hungarians over there must come back, or the territories should be brought back to Ukraine, to Hungary, and so on. Romanians are not quite that point. I mean, so anyway, let me show you a few maps. So we work on maps, so it shows what's going on. So this is the current arrangement. This is Romania, obviously right here with a yellow, like a P color. And then you have here Moldova. You see this Moldova, and then you have Ukraine. This is Ukraine. Now, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. In 1940, Ukraine was non-existent. It was a little thing in the Soviet Union. Stalin told the guys in Bucharest here, hey, why don't you give us this part right here? Not only that, because that's the way it used to look. Romania, when Stalin said, you give me that part. So this is how Bessarabia, which right now looks like this. You see, it's cut. You see this portion here and these portions in the north? They are gone, right? Not you. They are gone. This portion are in Ukraine, and this portion is in Ukraine. So this was what was taken by Stalin and given to Soviet Union, and then cut the south and given to Ukraine, cut the north, given to Ukraine. So this is in Ukraine right now, given by Stalin, and this is in Ukraine, given by Stalin. Now this idiot right here, she goes to these guys in Ukraine and tells them, thank you very much, thank you for protecting us, for something, for a narrative that with a scenario. She brings a scenario. The Russians would attack us, And didn't she say that? Russia would attack Moldova. That's a scenario. I don't believe that. I think Jesus Christ is going to show up tomorrow. My scenario, I think, is more, how should I put it, probable than her scenario. But what do you want? So here, she doesn't say anything about this or that. She goes and sucks the Ukrainian right here, the Ukrainian's little thing right here. Now, regarding this situation, that Moldova exists as a state. Moldova, which is Bessarabia and Bukovina, the northern part, were taken by Stalin, divided, given to Ukraine, created the Moldovan Soviet Socialist Republic within Soviet Union. So Moldova, whatever was taken was carved, was created by Stalin as a Soviet Socialist Republic within Soviet Union. Fake creation. Now, after the USSR disappeared, whatever happened to it, 1991, that should have come back to where it was taken from, through an ultimatum. Ultimatum is not a legal, how should I put it, lawful action. If I give an ultimatum to give me your wife, and you give me your wife because you're afraid of me, after I die, the wife should come back to you, not be a free blah 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 and start around with everybody else, right? Because I give you the wife, but the wife is a contract. It's not you. It belongs to you. Like you own her. You don't own her. But let me give another example. Let's say you have a car, and let's say I'm stronger than you, and I say you give me the car, or I'm gonna go and punch you in the face. And I say, well, I'm gonna give you the car. So I take your car. That's abuse. Nothing legal. And after I take your car, I use your car. And after I use your car, let's say I give a spare tire to another guy, and then I die. Where should that car go? Stay there, go to anybody else, live on its own, or come back to the owner? The owner was you, that I took it from. So that should come back to you, including the steering wheel that was given by me abusively from something that I didn't own. I didn't own the car. I just took it. I took ownership because I was like this. So everything I did to that car, I modified it, I took parts and gave to others. When I die, the world community, which is the United States and Russia at that time, should have said no. All that comes back to the car, and the car comes back to the owner, which is you, which is Romania. Well, I don't think the Americans and the Russians at that time, they decided for us, for the Romanians, that no, that should not happen. We're going to have an independent country. We create a car, a wife, a free wife for anyone to zapakapamakara. Is that how it is? Oh, where are you going? So, you see, that's why I say Moldova is a artificial country. There's no such a thing. It was created by the Americans and by the Russians after 1991, after it was created as an entity smaller than it was when it was taken by Stalin, that Gruzin, that Georgian, not Russian, Georgian dictator, Soviet dictator, in the name of communism. I know, if you would be a communist, you would do a better way of communism. I understand that garbage, but somehow none of these guys were capable as others. So, my friends, here it is. That's why when I see Sandu, first, he shouldn't be a president because that country should not be in existence. Now, do I think that that country should come back to Romania? Legally, yes. Do I like that? No. Why? Because Romania is led by a mafia and is part of Al Capone's little criminal gang. That's why. So I don't like seeing criminals getting more, properties. But I think legally, Moldova and everything else that was taken by Stalin should come back to Romania, even though the guys in Romania are not nice people. I'm talking about the guys that are leading Romania, those guys that are listening to Al Capone even better than the Poles. Yeah, the Poles with balls. So therefore, this traitor going over there and telling, thank you very much, Ukraine, thank you very much for defending us. You first give us back something that someone else took from us and gave it to you. That's what she should do. But she's not doing that. Why? If she would probably say that, she would have some uprising in her country, instigated and organized by the same guys that organized the Maidans in 2013 and then 2014 in Ukraine. So she knows that, so she follows order. That's why we have traitors. What happens with the traitors? In any country, they are punished in different level. In Romania, I think treason is punished through a certain way, but anyway. In Romania, actually, treason is punished with medals of honors. And I'm going to give you one guy. His name is Pacepa, General Pacepa, another Romanian. He was not Romanian, but anyway, he was one of the guys very high in the intelligence apparatus of Romania during Ceausescu's times. Who defected? Was a traitor. He defected because he didn't swear allegiance to Ceausescu. He swore allegiance as a military to the country. So he defected to Al Capone, and then he opened up and said everything. And Romania, not Ceausescu, Romania was open to be what? Attacked, dismembered, and so on. But what happened? And not only him, there's others. Take Laszlo Tökes, another guy on both sides. He was Hungarian, a spy, not spy. He worked for their secret services, and they knew that. The Romanians knew that. It's very interesting to watch. What's his name? Teodorescu is his name. I can't remember the first name. Teodorescu. He was I think he's still alive, like almost 90. An intelligence officer during Ceausescu's time. What's his name? I can't remember the first name. Teodorescu. Watch some of his interviews when he talks about Laszlo Tökes and other great Romanian revolutionaries in 1989. He tells us who was who, what was what. Those guys took over. That was and he was again given the medal of the highest honor of Romania and so on, and other garbage. Anyway, this is it. We have a lot of people like that. The problem is we know about them and nothing happens to them. I'm talking about legal in a justice system. Nothing. They're protected. By whom? Al Capone. You think I'm just dreaming? Well, if Al Capone would not exist, there would be someone else. But it still would be bad. In this case, we know who's who, what's what. And we have a president over there in Romania as well. Again, on someone's orders. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.